Hey guys, my name is Tomasz Drosio. I come to you from Olsztyn. I work in Zortrax, that is Polish 3D printing company, and I'm very excited because it's first time when CFO actually stands here, and for me as a part of and actually as a head of the finance team, it's very exciting to visit Bitspiration because people like us are the missing point here. We have investors, we have startups, and there's something missing between. It's us. So I'm here, and very thank you for the invitation, Andrzej. First of all, before I will start my little subject, when idea meets money, how to survive in a world of numbers, I hope you will be not bored. This will be not a boring accountancy talk. I will try to make it quite fancy. So, first of all, why me, why here, why this subject? We had also an idea. Our idea was a unique 3D printer in 2011. We wanted to create a unique software that will be combined with a unique hardware. As a result, we were able to deliver a fantastic professional 3D printing environment that runs in various types of businesses and corporations. So this was the idea. Of course, we needed money because it needed to meet them. In May 2013, we've started our first Kickstarter campaign. For a Polish business, it was actually something quite geeky and something new. We've tried to do it, and we succeeded. We've funded almost $180,000, which was 80% more than it should be. That was first milestone for us, very important, and the same it should be for every startup that has an idea and that wants to meet the money. Then we took the next steps. June 2013, our Kickstarter cash was on our account. We were very happy, very excited, so we moved forward. December 2013, Zortraxes actually are ready. Ready is also the software, the hardware, the entire environment. We are ready to produce. And then we've met the clients. The clients that wanted the Zortraxes more and more and more and more and more. And it was growing so fast that we needed more money because we had an idea to sell them even more. January 2014 was another milestone for the company. We needed money, so we came for them. 1.2 million Polish złotych was collected on the first series of our corporate bonds that were collected only in Poland. We were very thrilled how the capital industry and capital masses will react on us because we were a very young project, very odd, very different from others, and we were very straight and very concentrated. Actually, the surprise was that we've sold them out in 42 hours. And the reduction at the end was like 97%. So people wanted to buy the bonds much, 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 much more than we offered. And that was a good news for us. In March 2014, we needed, once again, more money because as the Zortrax success came, we've decided that we want to deliver another devices, new materials, and we want to push into the next level our research and development. So that required another portion of big capital. So we did the success again. We've repeated the public bond issuing with amount of 6 million Polish złotych, and we are able now to finish what we've planned to do in 2014. We have, of course, the current money coming from our sales, but for research and development is here and now. So this was our really short success story, and I hope I've met a lot of people here that I've discussed with, that you have also fantastic ideas, and you are fantastic CEOs, but there is something still missing. Part of you will say that it is an investor. I know, and I agree. The venture capital is also a milestone for you, so please try to take it. But the next step should be actually this. This is what the people that start up think, and the companies that are startup, this is what you think we are, and this is what you think we do. And everybody thinks, actually, the accountants are quite weird people, and we are working in Hogwarts, and the stuff that we are doing, they are really, really weird. That's not true. We are doing very important job, and every finance team should do it for you, for your businesses and for your CEOs, so the businesses could develop themselves and take them into the next level. This is actually what is the true. This is the true what we do. It's a war. It's a war with the numbers, war that we try to win, war about the money and about the guys that work in the entire company and every project that needs to be taken into the other side. From the fantastic side of the startups and from the companies, there's still a background and backspace of it. First, lesson number 1, paperwork. If you are a startupper or a company that already just raised and you have an idea and you want to meet money, you need to do your paperwork. But here the paperwork is actually your homework that needs to be done. And that's no exception, guys, you need to do it. Otherwise, there's always something at the beginning. We love startups, and guys, we love your ideas. The finance team actually love your ideas, even if you don't think it's really happening. Yes, we love it, and we love the creativity, we love the thing you do, the absolution of having so many ideas and to run the business out and to build a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And we actually grant our thumbs up for it, and do it, we will help you. But there can be sometimes challenges. I always say to the guys that start to run their businesses, oh, what we should do, how we should behave. I've said to them, do you know how to read your finance statement? And 80% of the people say no. I know that my previous colleague said about that people hate analyzing data, but I'm saying yes, it's true. They hate, especially they hate analyzing financial data. But if you want to run your business into a multi-billion-dollar corporation, you need to do it 24 hours a day. So don't be afraid, and even if there are very various, different and hard words, don't be afraid to know it and to acknowledge it, just use it. And I will say how to use it later. Structure trash, lesson number 2. I was very confused, should I say, about it, but after speaking with you guys yesterday and today, I thought that I should. The structure trash, I don't mean that. I know that every company, every startup has a CEO, CFO, COO, C, A, B, C, D, F, I, J, K, O, but it's not about it. I wanted to say from my point of view that oftenly the finance teams are missing in a success of every startup the structure itself. For example, if you have a fantastic idea and you're working with your team, I know it is not very important to do the paperwork and to write down who everybody does. But there was actually a little example that even Facebook was sued for the guys from Oxford University, I think it was, that they also had some part in Facebook job, and they've won the sue. They've won $200 million. So if you want to avoid it, please do your homework and write a little bit more things on paper with your teams, with your guys, with your COOs. Another thing, I hope that you will agree with me that there are in the businesses some CEOs that like to work by themselves. And they think they don't need anyone and anything. And they will work 20 hours a day, but they want to do everything by themselves. If you want to be successful, in my opinion, as a financist, it's impossible. You cannot do everything alone. And especially if you want to have a forecast or have to know your future, your financial future also, because I'm sure that your ideas have the future, but they need also to have a financial future. So get your CEOs not to do everything by themselves and work with the teams and give up all other stuff that they don't need to do. Why? Because according to our knowledge, the not boring financial knowledge, your idea is worth only of 10% of the company, and you will find those statistics quite often. The 90% is the rest. So if you want to flower the 10%, please move forward and build your team, build the company, and work with your money, not just spend them. If you will do that, you will be really successful. Another thing that startups, I think, should avoid, we can't pay, but can give shares. I know that all across the world, startups may have or not may have little financial problems. So if they want to push some deal on or solve any problem and they need money and they don't have it, so yeah, let's give a little bit of share of our company, but you are all working to build a really big businesses that are worth lots and lots of money. So remember that after 2 years, if you will give too much of your shares, the company will no longer will be with you, but also you will give someone quite a lot of money for free. I don't know that you've heard that on the Mark Zuckerberg. He ordered once a graffiti in his office, and that was a very funny story about it because he paid with shares, the guy that painted it. And then the shares that he sold were worth $150 million. So Zuckerberg said, it's one of the most expensive graffiti in my life, but no offense. Minimize inventory or let the manufacturer carry it. It's very modern business approach to have and very good for your financial teams and for all you guys to minimize the inventory, and I think that's the quite modern look to have it in your companies and in your startups if you are planning to have an inventory. Find the contractors that will do the inventory for you. You will erase a lot of risks, and you will allow actually your businesses and your startups to grow quite faster. And my favorite one, the budget. The budget is the killer of all CEOs, and I know that this will be hard, but please, it's for you. First of all, no budget at all. We see all the time the startups and the businesses that have no budget at all. I'm asking why. We will do it for you. Go take your guys from the accountancy and set up a budget. I know it's not very exciting to have a budget and to read it, but it's something that helps you to analyze the data, to know where are you with your business, and you look quite more professional. Second, no target. If you don't have target, you are going nowhere. And I know if you don't have a financial preparation or a knowledge, it's very hard for you to count the targets and to think even what is actually your target is. I say to you, it's not that difficult, and you will have plan for next 2 years or 3 years what your targets are. You will always be allowed to change them, but you will know at every time of year, every time of month, where are you with your startup or where are you with your business, and that's quite cool. Break-even point. I've asked many guys yesterday, well, do you know, have you reached it? What is it? And they've said, what? So a break-even point is, I think, in my opinion, this is the first step for a startup to do, try to count it. Break-even point is when your costs will be paid by your incomes. And you don't have to earn money, just reach the zero as the first step. You don't have to be a millionaire in 1 week. If you will, I'm very happy for you, but try to count it. It will show you really, really a lot of information, quite different than benchmark, quite different than marketing, but it will show you actually the truth. Do you have all costs on the list? I know that we all know that we have to have an office and we have to have CEO, COO, and all C's other, but very often mistake that startups do, they don't count all stuff as a cost. For us, everything is a cost, and for you, it should be also. So please check twice or 3 times do you have all costs on your list, especially when you are counting your break-even point, and it will help you to actually do some cutting that we love at one side, and on the other side, we will be able to actually steer a little bit better with your business. The pillow. I know you guys that you call it differently. I call it the pillow. there is something always in every business, in every startup, that will go wrong or will go differently that we've planned. This will be pink instead of green. This will cost $200 instead of $100. And I know, and I've read, and I've talked to you that the pillow is every time too low. The pillow, I'm calling the things that can happen and nobody knows that they will happen. But if you are doing and building your budget, please try to do the pillow as high as you can. So try to imagine what percentage of your incomes can be taken by the things that are unexpected. And that would really help you grow. Even if you are really, really big capitalized and you have the money, please don't forget about it. Having a financial strategy actually means security, and I'm not saying about having a big portion of capital here, guys, that you will reach from your ventures or from your Series A or B, or if you will choose the crowdfunding or public bonds issuing, that is absolutely your choice. But always remember that if you will have product strategy, if you will have a startup strategy, you need also to have finance strategy, and I personally encourage you. One of the reasons that Zortrax is so successful and growing so fast is because we have a finance strategy. But my work wouldn't be here if there was no Zortrax, so we are like together, and I hope you will be with your guys together too. The strategy is security is also because we are counting all the things all the time. And actually, according to Eurostat, the startups across Europe that you see, like 5 of them, only one lives still from 1 year of opening or starting. Where are we missing the 4 other? Imagine that we could meet on a Bitspiration, not 400, but 1,200 people or more that actually are successful startups. I'm sure that Bitspiration would be like 7 days, and I hope one day will be for finance. But only one startup is successful if after the 1 year. What happens with the 4 others? I don't know. I'm sure that they had a lovely idea, but the things that could went wrong are dramatic. And only one way to stay alive is to have still money on your accounts and to know what's happening with your business, even if it's going bad. That was the fastest I could. I hope it was okay. Do you have any questions?
Do you think for small companies it's possible to outsource financial processes outside? I mean, not accountancy, but also advisory.
I will say on behalf of Zortrax, we've outsourced everything, actually. We wanted to use a complex solution for having a build to support building the finance strategy because we were afraid of how big the cost will be to get the people inside of our office, and they will multiply in a very fast amount of time. We've very consolidated that with the cooperation with our bank, ENG, and they are also offering the accountancy services on very high professional level. For an initiative startup, it's very cool to have it because for first 6 months now it's for free. But if you will grow up like we did, actually they grow too. And our other side, the bank accountancy looks quite more different, the same. We have full access to online management stuff, quite various types of reports that were individually built by me. So they are totally not about something else, but they are totally about Zortrax.
Can you share a little about the IPO of the Zortrax, the plans of it?
Once again.
IPO, I mean the stock emission on the market.
But do you mean the bonds? Because
No, after the bonds, I mean the stocks.
Yes, so when the company is successful, of course we are interested in developing the Zortrax, and it has a plan to do his IPO on the beginning of next year. So it's actually quite fast, but according to the data we have, the financial data, we are ready.
Thank you.
Is that all?
Okay, thank you very much for your lecture.